Hey Jeff Bezos, I'll forgive you for being insanely wealthy, even though you don't deserve it, if you get me one of those Jetson cars that I can pack up in a briefcase. I'm still not letting that go. You give me that, and we'll let bygones be bygones.
Oh yeah. So hopefully I'm not making people more depressed seeing those fantastical 50 stuff, because someone is on Twitch just said even if half those ads came true, by now we'd be living in utopian society. It's like, but too bad, there's too many black people here. But that's what happened. I mean,
by 2020, I thought we would have flying cars, and I'm literally telling grown adults to wash their damn hands.
They do fly though when people are drunk and they like drive off shit. They do fly.
So like
very temporarily though.
Yeah, temporarily.
So Japan and South Asia and stuff like that. They had smartphones in the early 2000s, and now Phil can drop this clip. Now they have a walking robot. So while I guess this is what they want to have now. Phil can drop this clip with the walking Gundam robot that they've got walking now.
Oh yeah, this is like the 200-foot robot.
This one is larger than life. Gundam stands at just over 18 meters tall and weighs 25 tons.
I've been a fan since I was a schoolboy in the 1980s.
I just want to see that shit run at him and stomp him to death.
I used to
kick him off,
and then fucking take off.
Gundam was born
I'm
in
ready for that, because that's how 2020 should end.
Toy. It spawned a whole science fiction universe, a hugely popular anime series, movies, mangas, and video games that have grossed more than $20 billion.
Why do you have to wear that crazy helmet when you're sitting inside of a cockpit?
Now the whole world can see how much we Japanese love anime, games, and manga.
We knew.
Yeah, we knew.
We have a primal desire.
And how much you love tentacles
now seeing this giant
and
robot.
schoolgirls.
Now it's Gundam.
Gundam is an icon in Japan. So much so that the organizers of the Tokyo
They have a pilot
Olympics
for it?
sent
Wow.
him into space on a
I have
mini
a
satellite
pilot for
to
it.
promote the games. Because of the
It would
pandemic,
be much
he'll
funny
have to stay
if
in
they were
orbit
called
for a while
goddams.
longer. But that won't change his mission.
The story of Gundam teaches us that there is no friend or foe. Everyone has a bit of both in them. But what he
What?
wants to tell us is that
so
war
funny.
is always a tragedy.
It's supposed to be a kid's show.
An intergalactic message that the
I guess that's
colossal
what-
robot will be promoting.
Step on somebody.
It got down on the knee. Oh snap!
Oh wow.
Colin Kaepernick, yo!
Oh, I was about to say, yo,
First
that
thing
robot.
the Gundam does is get on one knee. It's like this country, this planet is fucked up.
That Gundam has also just been blacklisted from the
This
from that
planet is so
sports
fucked up, I'm
league.
getting on one knee, So there you go. That's the future. I don't know if you follow Gundam or know the Gundam world or
It should be renamed Goddamn.
goddamn, yeah.
Unfortunately, for years I've been watching the progressing videos of the Boston Dynamics robots. So,
Oh yes.
yeah,
They actually NYPD has a dog now. They have a robot dog.
It's got a little arm on the back of its head. It turns doorknobs. Yeah, it's
turns
game over.
doorknobs?
It's Black
Yeah,
Mirror.
yeah, yeah,
It's Black Mirror.
Yeah.
We're fully there.
yeah.
They, Boston Dynamics apparently leased out 2 of the dogs to a
Yeah.
SWAT team in Boston.
Yep.
And they went and did a bunch of home raids and stuff, and they used it, and it's literally like the robot dog from the 2nd season of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Only it has an arm that comes out of the back of its head so it can turn doorknobs. So the dog, I'm not joking.
And you can't tilt it over. You can't knock it over
Yeah, 'cause
because
they have all
no
those
matter
videos-
what
Yeah, they have all those
orientation
videos
it's
of them
in,
kicking
it
it
gets
and stuff
it's
with
really
sticks.
fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, the Gundam's cute and all, but this is America. We don't have giant toys. We have robot dogs with 3rd arms growing out of the back of their head that can shoot you with freaking laser beams. What? That's
Yeah,
how
that's
we roll.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're using the technology. We're gonna build this giant toy robot. If we had the resources to do that, we're gonna build a giant thing that's gonna walk through a black community and kill the weed dealer. It's gonna be by accident. That's what we're gonna build a giant robot for in America.
Straight up in America, if like you gave a corporation or the government like $1 billion to build like a giant Gundam, like a year from now they would drop the curtain and you'd get RoboCop. That's it. You'd get RoboCop.
Like wow, Dogface.
I'm thinking this is definitely the Terminator.
Yeah, no, but Dogface says that Gundam is literally a story of revolutionaries using the weapons of Imperial War. Well, we just got like people crashing the feed. We need to fix that. Imperial War machine against the overlords. So yeah, it does have like kind of revolutions fighting the revolution against the Empire and the Gundam. So
pragmatic anarchists.
I mean, even though we have that in Star Wars, but it feels like people don't get that at all. It seems the Empire, Republicans love like Luke Skywalker, but they don't understand that he's fighting like the Dark Empire.
Yeah, it's funny. Like every time they tell that story, Middle America celebrates the heroes, and then when the movie's done, they then go and denigrate the people who play that role in real life.
Hey, real quick, shout out to our friend $27, who you can also find on YouTube at youtube.com/$27, who came in with the big fat raid. Love you, David. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out for the raid.
Yeah, freaking no, that's totally what we do here in America. It's like, yeah, they people will literally go to Star Wars movies, root for 2 hours for the rebels, and then as they're walking out of the movie theater, they're like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Police Officer with an AR-15 standing outside the movie theater, thank you for your service."
Oh, bomb sniffing dog.
Are you not fucking paying attention to the last 3 hours? Like, just the point.
Yeah.
Yo, what was the name that you always use, Messiah?
For what? For Gundam?
No, like what was the name that you always used? If you were not the Glide, you were.
Well, I was Messiah or like
Mr.
Skynet. Oh yeah,
right.
Oh yeah, that was my place. That's my PlayStation.
So
what's the name?
We watched Terminator movies together in the shelter, and the only thing that I could think about when watching the movies is because it's in the movie and somebody thought up the idea. That shit is they're actually going to make it happen in real life.
I mean, they have companies named after Skynet everywhere now. So like,
we got AI running rampant. We've got all kinds of deep fakes. We've got the fucking robots and shit that are even more advanced than the killer robots in the Terminator 1 and 2. So imagine when you hook that. Remember, some of the AI stuff that was like learning languages, they started saying like a bunch of hateful and racist and sexist stuff, right? Right? Imagine when Skynet goes online, we are all dead.
True, but at least they won't be yelling racist shit while they do it.
No, they will. They will.
Really? The AI is going to program itself to be racist?
I know there's something I really want to say that I can't say on the air.
No, but Chris
really
from Twitch brought up another movie that I saw as a kid, which is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Yeah. So that movie is also kind of like this whole analogy of this, like, it's like, it was like, you can't, I don't think you can ever make a movie like it ever again. You can't go in the studio and be like, hey, I want to make a movie about alien clowns, goofy clowns murdering people with balloons and cotton candy and like, it feels like that's the Trump administration. It feels like they're the horrifying, monstrous clown, like aliens that came here and just wreak havoc, so even before he became, president, he's always been that way. He's always been the killer clown from outer space, So
I'm waiting for Space Force to mature over 40 years. Like I think back, so after 9/11 was really when they started a lot of the Department of Homeland Security stuff.
Trashy plays.
ICE, stuff like that. Like a lot of these security agencies of the federal government have basically only been around for 20 years since 9/11. And you look at like in 9/11, it was like, yeah, we're going to have more police to make sure a 9/11 doesn't happen again. And 20 years later, it looks like, guys going into buildings and murking people and black bagging people and driving them out in vans and shit. And all that happened in 20 years. Space Force happened and we all kind of laughed and we're like, Trump's silly. Space Force. Yeah, wait 20 years, assholes.
And then we saw like Obama was in Stephen Colbert, the late night show. And he actually asked him about the drone strike stuff, about all the drone strikes. He escalated. He drone strike more people than George Bush. And so he asked him in his late night show, and then like Obama was like, I had to keep the subway from being bombed. You killed all those grandmothers and kids. You think they're gonna bomb a subway? They're definitely gonna bomb a subway now in 20 years from now because you killed their fucking family. It's weird that he still used this like protect and order, protect and serve world order that America has. That he said that he wrote that in his book when it comes to drone strikes, and now it's like collapsing inward even faster, So, and that's what it feels like a lot of ways. That imperial protect and serve is now inverting on itself. Now all the military, all the power, all the surveillance.
It made me think of this Kyle Rittenhouse and how like everybody's riding this jock. And then I was thinking about it earlier today. Like, all right, everybody's talking about like looking for loopholes for why somebody underage should be walking around with a rifle. But it's like, where were you people when Tamir Rice had cops hop out of the car and blast him at age 12 for playing with a toy gun by himself? Where were you then? I don't know, just the shit I'd be thinking when I'd be thinking.
No, because this is the way it's always been.
Oh, that MyPillow guy. Oh my God. If there is ever a candidate for somebody that has a bunch of naked 7-year-olds in his basement, it's that MyPillow guy.
That's what I'm telling you, is killer clowns from outer space. What kind of shit? The guy who runs MyPillow company. It's like paying
Isn't he the creepiest motherfucker you've ever seen?
Children.
He's pretty high on the creepometer.
You buy one of those pillows and you take it out and you put your head on it and there's like chloroform and that shit.
But meanwhile, these are the same people who are worried about buying bookcases from Wayfair.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, they have trafficked children. Also, you should totally buy a pillow from this guy. And he's all like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is hilarious.
It's even in the commercial. It's the best night of sleep you'll ever get. So you might be onto something with that.
Never waking up from that.
It sounds like a Tim and Eric ad. It sounds like unbelievable. Like creepy.
Man, he is a creepy.
Yeah, I mean, he's blunt about it. He's paying off the 17-year-old boy's bail. He's got to do something for that bail. Nasty.
And then I heard. I saw an article where he claims that he mistakenly sent money to that. He was going to actually send that money to Trump's fake re-election campaign after he lost the election.
What? He said he's going to send that to that back. How you send?
He sent it to Kyle Rittenhouse by accident.
Oops. Sometimes I send millions of dollars to people by accident. I do that all the time.
Oh no!
It's like Venmo. That's like when you send the wrong cash to someone on Venmo. Sometimes
the problem is I had all the white nationalists together in the same folder in my phone, and I scrolled down too far and I hit the wrong button and I hit Kyle Rittenhouse instead of try. It was fat fingers, man. It's just one of those things. Real white nationalist.
Yeah, I was just scrolling the ads on Parler.
Yeah, so we're
touched
gonna
the wrong one.
Yeah, so James, thanks for coming on for the show tonight. We're gonna wrap up some future stuff. Hopefully, you come back every month. We'll be back in 2021.
Assuming it's 2021.
It might be 2020. December apocalypse or January. It might be a new month.
It could just be like Groundhog Day. We get to December 31st, and when it flips over to January 1st, the 0 doesn't flip to a 1, and we just have to do 2020 all over again. It's going to be like the shittiest Groundhog Day ever. I love you. Thanks for having me on, man. You know where to find me. I'll come by anytime.
Yeah, you're on the internet.
Yeah, so follow us on Twitch, Facebook, and act.tv. 45,000 subscribers. Tune in, yo.